The hot seat.
Oh, it's only Mick and Tamara, everybody. Make some noise. Yeah. Guys, lovely to see you both. Mick, welcome back. Tamara, it's our first time chatting. What a pleasure. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you finally.
Let's jump in where we are. Dylan, taking the cash and dashing. Mick, did you want to take the money? I'm not going to lie. That's the vibe I got from your micro-facial expressions.
Yes.
We love an honest king.
Obviously, I wanted the money. Like, let's be real. To be honest, I didn't go there for the money, right? I went there to have a good time, have an experience, and then I've always said, like, if love came, that's a bonus. But for me, number one was like, be good energy, have fun, right? I actually didn't know about this whole money thing. It popped up, see 20 grand cash in front of me, $100 bills. I'm looking at it and I'm like, hey, this wouldn't be bad. But I will say Emma was squeezing my hand very hard to take the money. So she wanted me to stand up. Oh, yeah. I think, look, a bit earlier in the day, she brought up with me like, oh, there's this thing with the money or whatever. She's like, we'll split it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I was going to...
Oh, so you'd done a business deal in the background.
It's transactional.
We did a bit of a transactional deal, yes. We're prepared for it. She's squeezing my hand there. And what was bugging me a bit, I've got Emma there and she's like giving me eye contact, like looking in my eye, like into my soul, and I'm side on next to her. And I can see her doing it. And I'm like, Emma, in my head, I'm like, stop looking at me because Dylan is staring at me the whole time because he knows I'm the only other guy that's going to take this money right now, potentially. I'm like, stop making it look like I'm going to take the money. Anyway, I was building suspense. I'm waiting and I'm like, all right, we'll wait for Sophie to just, like really drag it on a bit here. And then I'll stand up, have the big, the big moment. I already had rehearsed like what I was going to say in my head.
Of course you had.
In reality, because obviously, when we watch it on the show and all the cameras cut to everybody's individual face and you're looking around, from Sophie holding up the money and saying, take it or leave it now or never, how long in seconds or minutes before Dylan stood up?
Well, this was the crazy part. I think Sophie kind of started saying, what was going to happen. And then I feel like we all kind of paused because we were like, all right, she's got something else to say here now. Like she's going to come through with her next line or something. And then this motherfucker just out of nowhere just stands up and I'm like, oh no. And my heart sank. I'm going to be honest, my heart sank. I was like, damn.
It wasn't Dylan's first rodeo though.
Yeah,
it was year two for Dylan.
I knew he wanted it, obviously. But I was also like, look, Emma's keen on the idea of taking it. Let's do it. Like, why not? We've been in there 5-6 days. Let's be real. Everyone's taken the piss out of me the whole time for not having a genuine connection. I'd say that Emma was the only one I was really, like, actually at that time being like, oh, like, this is actually cool. I enjoy hanging out with her. I think you can see, like, there was a lot of, like, PDAs and stuff, which I wasn't doing throughout the show unless it was in a challenge. So we were actually close. But, yeah, we kind of had a little bit of a pinky promise that we'd take it. And Dylan stood up, did his thing, and I'll be honest, like, it would have been a lot better if I did it than him because more people were watching for me than him by the end of the season. I played how much.
It might have made more sense.
Yeah.
What I thought was peculiar was there was, a little bit of tut-tutting from the Islanders and, oh, that's not great, whatever. Yeah. But I was expecting the reaction, like the anger reaction from everybody to be bigger. It seemed quite tame. Was it tame enough in there?
It was pretty calm, but I think the way he went about his wording once he took the money was pretty respectable. Like, I like the way he went about it, what he said. It was honest. Cody was in there for, 2 days? So he's come in there. He made a few slight comments earlier, like, oh, my only regret last time I came in was not taking the money. So I was like, this guy's probably going to take the money. I know that. But I'm also like, mate, I'm in showbiz right now. I'm gonna hold it out, drag it out, and then take my time to grab it, but he beat me to it. Once he stood up, I was like, hey, I'm actually closer to Sophie Monk than you are, mate. And I'm pretty sure she said whoever comes and grabs the money first takes the money. So I was like, do I stand up now and just beat him to the money?
Snooze, you lose, baby.
When you watched back movie night, Catch Mick If You Can, The Bomb Diffuser, your journey through all the girls.
It was a great outfit that night as well, I thought, to be honest.
Which one?
The bomb, mate.
Oh, the kind of the
my
boogie
dad.
nights porn
I knew
star
I was in
shirt.
trouble that night, mate, so I was like, I put on the yellow.
I almost set it as my wallpaper. It was such a good picture. It's like one photo of you on the couch.
Full Johnny Depp, Fear and Loathing, Las Vegas. I was like, this is my moment.
It really was. It was phenomenal.
How did you feel watching? Because you do have this de facto laugh at everything. But how did you feel watching that back and about how you moved through the series with the girls?
Well, I remember watching the movie back, and then everyone after was like, as if that's all they put in about you. I'm like, they're like, you've said that much shit, and that's all they've put in. I thought I got kissed on the on the little snout for that one, because I was like, mate, like I've said some much worse things in here than that's been shown on this movie night.
This is true. Not you outing yourself.
Yeah.
What about the girls?
I'll always keep it honest. That's one thing about
Not
me.
you
but,
outing yourself. I love it.
No, like not so much about the girls, but just in general, like just having chats with everyone. Like, but I've always said since I went into Villa, anything I'd say behind someone's back is something I'd be comfortable to say to someone's face as well. So, like,
oh, well, I'm gonna call you on that. You said when you were chatting, I think was it to Ross?
Yeah, there's one comment about Mia, which I probably do regret.
Mia,
yeah,
you said she looks kind of better when she's done herself up and not so much in the daytime. Would you say that to her face?
That one didn't reflect well on me.
Crazy comment.
That was a crazy comment. So, but you know, like obviously you're getting filmed 24/7, and everyone goes like, "Oh, you know, the movie night's coming up." This, that. Like, I didn't know what a movie night was, mate. So, and even still, I still probably would have said all the things I said. I don't. And
people, and you know, people kind of loved you for your loose cannon mouth, so we won't deny you that at all.
No, I just keep it honest.
Okay, I gave Tamara a Reddit comment, so I'm going to throw one at you. Yeah. And Tamara, feel free to chime in on this. We're getting very Dr. Phil here.
Let's
okay?
go.
Mick is so easy to clock. This is kind of after movie night.
Yeah.
Mick is so easy to clock. Uses his charisma and wit to get women initially attracted. He absolutely feeds on the attention, but then immediately cuts off anything resembling emotions because he's terrified of commitment or anyone getting close enough to hurt him. It doesn't help that because he's incapable of expressing emotions besides humour, when you get him all alone, the wit turns into myopic self-deprecation and shallow digs at others. He knows all he has to offer is cheap laughs, and that's why he skips from girl to girl.
Yeah, and that's why everyone sits at home and watches every episode as well. That's what I would have to say to that. I think
God, this is like couples therapy.
There was a few comments in that phrase that I don't know what the words mean. So I don't really know how to answer that question. But the best way to answer would be, like, yes, I like to joke. Yes, I like to have fun. But I also have a very vulnerable side that I don't particularly show on the show, and I think that's based on the fact that at the end of the day, I've known these guys for a few weeks. I'm not going to go and share my whole life story and everything I've ever done in my life on a TV show, right? Would I like to have opened up a bit more to people and given them more opportunity? Sure, but also, like, I needed someone in there that was going to match my energy. I needed to be, one, physically really attracted to someone, two, emotionally attracted to someone, and if I didn't feel that, then I don't feel a need to open up vulnerably. So I think that's my answer to that. And the rest of the words in the question, like, don't know what they mean, mate, and don't really care what the Redditors say. Like, I appreciate it, but yeah, there's been a lot of threads and stuff about me, which is, I mean, that's what I came in to do. I had people, I knew I was going to be the kind of the guy that you're going to have, you know, divided opinions on, and I ran with that, and I just stayed myself, mate. So if people don't like me for who I am, then...
But even to follow up on that, like, I remember the night, which again they showed like a little snippet of, was the night that we had the chat in bed together. And I remember they just showed me crying, and I was like, oh, it looks like Mick's made me cry because he said sorry. But I was like getting emotional because I was like, the one thing I said to you was like, oh, why don't you show this Mick to anybody in here?
I remember that, yes.
Like, why? Like, you're so great. And he was like, oh, I don't know, just don't like open up to people that I've just met. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. But you do have that really incredible side.
Yeah, but I had that chat with you, and then everyone's commenting saying like, oh, he's just being like manipulative.
Yeah, trying to get me to stay.
This is his way to, like, you know, to cut it off without cutting it off.
You deserve someone better than me.
Yeah, and I'm like, mate, like, this is just a genuine chat in bed. And I had a few of those with Emma too, because Emma was like, kind of saying some, you know, things along the similar line, like what's your backstory, like what's your past, who have you been with, what did you do? I was like, yeah, look, I'll tell you all of this stuff, but they don't show it, and that's it. That is what it is. So I think I was there for a bit of, you know, comedic relief and stuff like that, and they played into that side of it, which I wasn't mad about. I watch it back, I have a good laugh, and
I'd say you played into that side of it.
Well, I played into it, and then it's up to the editor to cut it how they want. I think, you know.
What's the situation with you and Emma now? Have you seen each other outside the villa?
No, I haven't seen Emma since the villa, to be honest. I think she was a really good girl, like really fun. I think out of all the girls I met in the villa, she was someone I really clicked with and had a really good time. But, you know,
clicked so much that you haven't seen her since.
Well, she lives in Gold Coast. I live in Melbourne. I don't have my social media.
It's not that far away.
Hey, it's a 2-hour flight, mate. I'm not making any money right now, so I'm just, you know, just chipping away. And I think, Yeah, I think we both knew once we got out of there that like, look, like we tried in there and we did form a genuine connection in there and we did, you know, ride it out. But look, when I got out of there, I was like, okay, like what do I really want right now? And I think like I want to focus on my career and doing what I want to do, and I don't know what.
I don't have time for Emma.
Not have time, but I just think she's probably doing the same thing right now, and I you know, I wish her the best and hope everything's
fair.
good. And that's it.
Hey, what did you think of? Because this one split the room. What did you think of Boston's parting shots? At you?
Boston. No, it's a nice city. I mean, it's the home of John Cena. It's Larry Bird.
We have no
Celtics.
time. We've no one to edit around all the bits.
No,
It's sincerely, because there were people on your side as well, kind of going, look, if Mick didn't feel it, he didn't feel it. It's not his fault. And then there was other people that was like, oh, he shouldn't have kissed her, and he was giving enough that she could have legitimately believed she was in with a shot.
I feel like I was pretty honest throughout the time, saying that, look, I don't know if there's anything here, given the fact that we've been friends for 7 years and nothing's happened in the past. I think I heard some comments that she came on here last week and said something about, oh, you know, we both had girlfriends and boyfriends throughout that whole time, so there wasn't really an opportunity to do so. But like, there was, and nothing really happened. And look, I looked at it, I was like, look, if we couple up on the show, like, isn't that just the obvious thing? Like, oh, these two friends, they know each other, they couple up, and then it's this magic love story. I didn't want to lead it on, and I knew, like, coming out of this villa, like, was Boston and I going to work? Like, probably not in the real world. So I felt I was doing her a favour in the sense of just, you know, just being honest with it. And also that day when I picked Emma, you know, she was talking to Dylan all day. She was saying to the girls that she, you know, liked the idea of coupling up with Dylan. They don't show any of that. So, look, I was pretty set on picking Emma, and yeah, potentially I could have communicated that better with Boston, I guess. But I felt there was some weird vibes around that day, to be honest, and I just didn't. Wasn't feeling comfortable around her, and she was going behind my back and talking shit to everyone about me while I'm talking to Emma, and I don't know. For me, like, if you got a 7-year friendship, I think she makes it out like we have like 700 mutual friends as well. Like, I know 2 of her friends, and we barely hang out. So, like, I didn't appreciate her comments. I think it was a bit mean, to be honest. I think, you know, if you're friends with someone, you don't go on TV and call him a dickhead and tell the whole world that everyone knows it. But she's entitled to her opinion, and I get the fire pit is emotional. It's a tough time, and I mean, words come out. Hopefully she didn't mean what she said, but yeah, I won't say a bad thing about her because I don't think that's fair.